And then you realize that she never needed to be saved. Every game, you keep getting caught by the same thing. You don't want to be saved at this point. You want someone to save you. The princess is in victim mode. You are in survival mode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you'll know when I post a new video. You can also follow me on all social media platforms by scanning my QR code right here. And you can reach me in these places to book a Zodiac therapy session. Welcome back to the Zodiac TalkBar, where we talk about a multitude of things. If you are new here or if you're old here, welcome. Welcome back. If you are supporting me to support me or supporting me to not support me, I still appreciate it. So, if you are new here, you do not know what I do, or if you're old here, you still are kind of getting used to it because it is completely new. I am the very first Zodiac therapist, and I created Zodiac therapy. I was led here to this world to create this for this generation, old generations, the next generation, and it is my purpose, and so that is what I do. I also offer many different types of therapy sessions, but I always incorporate the core traits of your zodiac sign and signs of your birth chart. If you know what that is or not, I'll still tell you in your session some kind of way. If you are not into astrology, that is perfectly fine. You do not have to have it included into your session, but I also want you to know that I'm not doing this to get you to believe in astrology. It is to help you unlock a different layer of yourself, because we do have zodiac signs, whether you believe in them or not. We do have birthdays, we do have planets, and they ask our birthdays for everything for a reason. Right? So that's what I do. I help you understand others and yourself better. Like my quote says, there are no such things as flaws, only traits that need a little bit of balance. And what that means is we've been taught to think that we are so imperfect and that we need to do things a certain way and we need to be a certain way. And if not, we are flawed. If not, we are imperfect. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, you okay? Say hi to Isis, my baby. To think a certain way. And if we don't, we are flawed. But flaws do not exist. Okay? So today what we're going to talk about is a conversation I had with my extended daughter the other night, because I talked to her on many different levels, not just the surface, and I like to know what her brain is like. I like to know what other people's brains are like and their perspectives, and I like to teach her how to understand others, understand herself, understand her brain, and all these thoughts and all these parts that we have moving around inside at one time. That's why you feel one way this moment, one way tomorrow, this way, because we are made up of every sign or a lot of signs or multiple signs. It just depends on your birth chart. If you do not know what a birth chart is, I have a video on my TikTok, and I will make a new one to let you know exactly what it is. But basically, it's a multitude of signs that were in place when you were born. And it helps put things into a better understanding of why you act the way you act when you're in love, when you're mad, when you're working, when you're sad. You know, every placement in your chart has a house that it exists in. And that house is our life, our family, our work, our sex, our money, our communication, our understanding. Every one of them has a sign in place, and that is how you run, basically. Longer, there's a short clip version. That's a short version of what it is, but that's another video. If you are interested in learning more about your birth chart, you are welcome to inbox me for a zodiac therapy session. I help you with health, I help you with wealth, I help you with sex, your kids, your pets. I can help you on many levels based on your sign and other signs in your chart, or just understanding somebody in your life because you have a hard time getting on the same page as them or understanding why they do what they do or how they do, what they do. So, with that being said, what my extended daughter and I talked about the other night was the game Mario. And there is a heavy analogy to Mario. And for years I've been using it, and I went into more depth that night. I actually ended up having a download at the time I was having the conversation, and so it added more clarity to my analogy that I had received years ago about Mario. So, okay. The point that I was trying to make to her was how we're on a journey and we have no control like we think we do. The only thing we have control over is which way we're going to go, right? We are all destined to do something. We are all created to have a purpose here, to do something here on this planet during your lifetime. That is what we are sent here to do, and have a human experience while we're doing it. We're supposed to learn, we're supposed to teach, we're supposed to repeat, and we're supposed to make it to our destination. We're destined to be it, right? But you cannot do that without doing some type of work, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, internal, spiritual, or all of them wrapped up in one. You have to do some kind of work. You at least got to walk down the road to get there. So she asked me, if we're destined to do something, no matter what, why can't we just skip to the destiny? And I used my Mario analogy. When you're playing Mario, there are so many boards before you finish the game and actually save the princess, right? In the middle of Mario, there are hidden tunnels, there are ways to get ahead, there are ways to stay behind, right? There are cliffs, there are things in your way that you're trying to fight to get to this princess, right? I said, if you skip to the end, when you get to your destiny, you won't know how to fight Koopa. You will not know how to defeat all these little things along the way, the hard shell thing, the mushroom thing, the turtle thing, the thing with the spikes. And I was telling her in Mario 3, you can collect items along the way to help you. If you skip all the way to the end of anything, you don't have the tools that you need to use when you get there. Or you'll have some, but you won't know how to use them because you skipped to the end, right? You have a frog suit, but you skipped all the water boards. So now if you get to the end and your destiny is to be the world's greatest swimmer, you will not know how to swim because you never used the tools that you had. You never strengthened yourself. You never exceeded your gift to learn how to use it in your purpose. You get to the end because you're just trying to get to the end and be the hero. But what you don't understand is you're not even saving a princess. You're saving yourself. Because why else would Mario continuously save this princess? Why would he keep putting his life in danger to get to the end and find an end of a board or end of a level and find out that ain't even a princess? You still going. Are you going to quit the game or are you going to get to that princess? You're trying to save yourself. At this point, Mario's not even trying to save her just to be the hero. He just want to be the hero. He ain't even trying to save her. But the game is there to show you that there are going to be obstacles. There are going to be things in your way. There are going to be cliffs that you might fall off of, but we're going to give you a few lives. You can gain life along the way. But at the end, you know it's something there. You're trying to prove to yourself that you can win the game. Not that you can save the princess. Saving the princess is just what you have to do to win the game. You're trying to prove to yourself that you can even get to her, which is why you don't give up after World 1, World 2, World 3, and you get to the end, it's the little baby It's the little mush, it ain't her. And then you realize that she never needed to be saved. Every game, you keep getting caught by the same thing. You don't want to be saved at this point. You want someone to save you. The princess is in victim mode. You are in survival mode. And when you are in survival mode, you are the victim trying to be saved. You're trying to save yourself. You're trying to prove to yourself that you can do it. And you can. But that's why you're playing the game. You die, you come back. The game is always there. The destiny, the destination is always there. That last board, World 8 on the first Mario, that gray board with the loops and the times and the maze, and you got to remember which sequence to go in and which tunnel to go down, and you got to avoid, and it's real, it seems simple because it's not a lot of things on the board that can get you. But the things that are on the board are things you have already defeated before. So now if you get to World 8 and the last board, and you psych yourself out and say, oh my God, because it looks different, because this is it. This is the moment right here. If I lose, I don't get to save the princess. If you do that, you forget that you defeated everything. You forget that you got the tools, you got the skills to do it. But you have to believe you can. But if you skipped all the way through, or you didn't collect enough coins to get extra men, if you didn't collect the tools along the way, if you didn't use them, if you didn't learn how to maneuver and slide under that brick wall, if you didn't try things and figure out that if you hit that turtle multiple times on that step, you get 100-something extra men. A lot of people don't even know that because they just going through the game. They ain't even trying stuff out. And then, how about this? How about, what if everything in the game is you? Everything you battling to get to the end is yourself. You're battling your own obstacles. You're battling your own demons. You're battling your own enemies. You're battling your own insecurities. You're battling your own fears. And they're just manifested objects outside of yourself to show you what you need to defeat. Mario starts off little. You get big, you get small, you get big, you get fire, you get all this stuff throughout the game, but you start off small. Most people end the game small because there's nothing on the board to make you big. At that last, if I'm correct, that last board on the very first Mario, you need to come in big. You need to come in with fire, and a lot of people get discouraged if they don't have it. They're like, oh, I'm little, I'm not going to be able to win. Why not? It's those boards you fought Cooper when you were small that you needed to be small so you could run under him and get to the other side. You ain't even got to do that much work. You need to adjust yourself and parts of yourself or what you're doing at different times. You need to learn yourself. Mario and Luigi are the same. Mario's the star. Have you ever noticed that Luigi starts out small and green, but when he eats a flower that gives him the fireballs, he's tall, red, and he's Mario now. He is his higher self. He is his most confident self. He is his strongest self. They make Mario the first player. When you play Mario, everybody want to be Mario. The name of the game is Mario. It's not Mario and Luigi. It's not Mario and the Princess and them. It's not Mario against Koopa. It's Mario. And these are the characters in the game. But the story is about him. The whole story is about you and all your characters. And when you meet people, those are characters in your game, because you attract and mirror parts of yourself. Parts that need to be heard, that are trying to be heard, that need to either get healed, get out, or get right. I told her that this journey you're on is a really long Mario game. It's a really long road. And the only thing you control is how you gonna get to the end. Are you gonna stay small the whole time? Are you gonna jump tunnels? Are you gonna not get the tools? Are you not gonna meet people along the way that can help you? Or you not gonna do things that can help you? It's up to you. There's two ways to go. There's a dead end, and there's the road to whatever you're trying to reach. Prosperity, success, whatever success is to you. Love, freedom, patience, whatever it is, it's up to you, right? I said, hold on, y'all. I said, you have some people like her, right? She's very curious. She's an Aquarius, baby. She's very curious and rebellious by nature. So I told her, I said, this most of the time, this is what you want to do. This sign says it's a dead end. This sign says this is the way you should go. Sometimes the signs are wrong and people try to trick you. That's where intuition and discernment comes into play. Okay? But as far as you know, this sign says it's a dead end. And this sign says it's the way you need to go. You want to go down the dead end because you don't think it's really a dead end. But what if it's not? But what if it leads to something else, which is what we do in life? We try to psych ourselves out of what we know we need to do and what we don't need to do because we want it to be something else. Well, what if it's not? And now you go down this dead end road, and what you don't realize is the dead end is a maze. You never even gonna make it to the dead end because you're gonna get lost in this maze. But you going down, it's dark. It's all kind of creatures, noises, jumping out of everywhere. You see nobody. When you get far enough, there's nobody there. On both roads, actually. One, there's nobody there because they didn't make it. They was curious too. And they ended up going down this road, which is a dead end, but the end is your death. Whether it's an ego death, a real life death, a mental death, depression death, jail, whatever it is that turns your life upside down, that's your dead end. And then on this road, there will be a point where you might end up alone. Or just a few people. Because you had to leave dead weight behind. Because they decided to go on the road to success, but they moving like they on the dead end side. They're holding you back. They're weighing you down because they don't believe this is the road. So they are skeptical to keep following or keep going or get in front to find out first. You know what I'm saying? They doubt it. So the whole journey, they're like, but what if this is not the right road? What if we shouldn't? What if they're not paying attention to their internal GPS, their intuition, their discernment? They went down that road because you went down that road, not because they made their own choice. That's why they're not comfortable on the road. You know where you're going. You know that at the end of this road, there's a princess that needs to be saved. So you have to leave these people behind on this road. So I told her, I said, you get over here to the dead end road, and because you're so curious or you just know it's wrong, Because not because you feel it's wrong, you intuitively know it's wrong. You got a message or some insight it's wrong because you're going off of your own logic, your own perspective, and you saying, yeah, nah, I don't believe it. Okay. So then follow other people down their roads that say you need to work yourself to death until you die here, working a job that nobody cares about once you leave it. Working a job that you're unhappy at every day when we were created without jobs. So we couldn't have been created to work our whole life and be unhappy, especially when it's plenty of jobs and careers and opportunities on this road with stuff that you do like, you do enjoy, that makes you happy and makes you feel more free. Over here, it's possible, is what I'm saying. When you reach the point in your life where you know you have to choose now which way to go, it's dark. There is no light on either road. You got to trust yourself, because this road's going to lead you to the light. This road is always going to stay dark. You get halfway through the tunnel, halfway through the darkness, and you like, oh, I need to turn around, but now you're stuck in the middle because it's too dark to go forward or backwards. Basically, that's what I told her. So that was my analogy to her in longer story short form for you guys. That was my analogy to her about Mario and your life's journey. More things than you know, more things than you think, show you parts of yourself and show you just how this life is set up or can be set up based on, you know, who you are, who we are as a collective. So if you would like to know more about my analogy for Mario and life, inbox me or comment below for an extended video. If you're interested in booking a Zodiac therapy session or any type of therapy session that I offer, you can find me on any social media platform. Make sure you scan my QR code that's going to come up after this video. The best way to reach me, the quickest, is to inbox me on Facebook right now. Again, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it so much. And soon I'm going to be able to show the world just how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you'll know when I post a new video. You can also follow me on all social media platforms by scanning my QR code right here. And you can reach me in these places to book a Zodiac therapy session. Also, if you would like a pop-up device, don't forget to use my code Zodiac Therapy for 20% off. Thank you so much for your support.